You are listening to TECC CAST, a multiple award-winning, not-for-profit, student-led podcast recorded directly from Studio Number 7 in Maths class on the corner of René Lévesque and St. Matthew in downtown Montreal. Welcome to the third episode of TECC CAST in Season 6. We are glad that you are joining us for this entertaining episode. Hello, TECC CAST world. My name is Jacob, and I am your host for this episode. Joining me today as my co-host is the one and only Andrea. In today's episode, we will be sharing our 3 jokes of the day, 3 facts of the day, and 3 quotes of the day. Also, we are launching a new segment that will be a regular feature of Season 6. The segment is called Don't Get Comfortable, and we will be having a guest join us in the studio to answer some high-pressure questions on the spot. This segment is sure to be a hit with our loyal listeners, and I am keen to unleash my random questions. So get comfy, turn up the heater, and enjoy the third episode of TECCast.
Thanks, Jacob, for that fantastic introduction. It is such an honor to be sitting in the studio for this episode. I'm very happy to be sitting behind the microphone for the first time. So, who doesn't like a good laugh? I love a great joke, and now I'm going to reveal our 3 jokes of the day. Here's the first joke. 2 hikers were walking through the woods when they suddenly confronted a giant bear. Immediately, one of the men took off his boots, pulled out a pair of track shoes, and began putting them on. "What are you doing?" cried his companion. "We can't outrun that bear, even with jogging shoes." "Who cares about that bear?" the first hiker replied. "All I have to worry about is outrunning you." Moving on, here's the second joke. A man says to his neighbor, "I wish I had enough money to buy an elephant." The neighbor responds, "What on earth do you need an elephant for?" The man replies, "I don't. I just need the money." Joke number 3. Phoning a patient. The doctor says, "I have some bad news and some worse news. The bad news is you have only 24 hours left to live." "That is bad news," the patient replies. "What could be worse?" The doctor answers, "I've been trying to reach you since yesterday." Moving on to our 3 facts of the day. Believe it or not, the facts I am going to reveal to you are true. They are not fake. Fact number 1. We spend a year on the toilet in our lifetime. Fact number 2. Wearing headphones for just an hour can increase the bacteria in your ears by 700 times. Fact number 3. You cannot lick your own elbow. Go on. Try.
Oh no, you don't!
Lastly, I'm going to share our 3 quotes of the day. These quotes are very powerful. Oprah Winfrey once said, "If you look at what you have in life, you'll always have more. If you look at what you don't have in life, you'll never have enough." Martin Luther King Jr. once said, "Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that." Abraham Lincoln famously said, "In the end, it's not the years in your life that count. It's the life in your years."
Thanks, Andrea, for getting this episode off to an incredible start. So, I am very excited to host our newest segment of Season 6 called Don't Get Comfortable.
Do not get comfortable. Dude.
This segment is quite simple. We invite a guest into our studio and get them to sit in my hot seat. Then I bombard them with a list of random questions. Our first victim, guest, is Justin Ratchfall. Hi, Justin. Welcome to my studio. I really appreciate you agreeing to be our first ever Don't Get Comfortable participant. How are you feeling being the very first participant?
Uh, well, that's quite an opener. I think it's okay. Will anything happen to me during this session?
No, you have nothing to worry about.
Okay, if you say so.
Okay, let's put Justin out of his misery. Tell us something interesting about yourself most people do not know.
Well, most people don't what most people don't know about me is that I am a voice actor, believe it or not.
That
Me and my brother just do little bits of role play here and there, and I think voice acting is very good.
that sounds very impressive. What is the most embarrassing thing you've ever worn?
Um, I think it's gotta be some sort of SpongeBob shirt. If I remember correctly, it's from one of those episodes. I can't quite remember what the name is. But I can recall that he ripped his pants and he was bullied for it. It was funny though.
Sounds like a very comedic choice. What are you not very good at?
Cooking and cleaning.
Too much responsibility. If you were alone in this earth, what would you spend your time doing?
Steal a couple of foods, steal a couple of drinks, take my time, game on my phone, do basically whatever I want.
All right. Pretty impressive choice. If you could compare yourself with any animal, which would it be and why?
I gotta say, a dragon. They are free to do what they want. They can burn down cities, have massive fights, be a massive kaiju, and literally do whatever they want. Literally, no one could touch them, unless if your name's Godzilla, of course. And pretty much, I think, compared to my life, they have it much better off. It's basically the equivalent of having no responsibilities.
Okay, sounds like a very interesting, giant fire breathing choice. What is your biggest fear?
Being dragged down to the depths of the underworld or something like that, and then met with the choice of you either serve me in all my glory or I end up dying because of my insolence.
Sounds like a completely understandable choice. If you could have dinner with any three people, dead or alive, who would it be?
My dad, my mom, and well, for those of you that don't know or never heard of Matt Pat the Game Theorist, or more rather, the Theorist community, if you ever searched up his channel on YouTube, there's a good chance you'll see it.
I think your parents would be very touched to hear that. And I too am very sorry for Matt Pat and his retirement. What keeps you up at night?
Oh man, it keeps me up at night. I think what keeps me up at night the most is, well, just weird noises. I don't know what they are. I can't recall what they are, or if I just so happen to think that something is there. Or is it the fact that my imagination is playing tricks on me and I'm literally going to the depths of, well, HE double hockey sticks? Or the equivalent of Pokemon's Distortion World, really. Although, to be fair, it's not bad.
Relatable. If you could visit any country in the world, where would you go and why?
Let's be honest. There's no question. There's no denying it. It's Japan. Let me list off three reasons why you and so many other people should and would like to go to Japan. Number one, have you seen the amount of things that you could do in Japan? Hmm, okay. You have events. You have food. You have card games and do whatever you want. And whenever they do have events, it's all over the place. I'm talking billboards, I'm talking buildings, I'm talking full on streets, carnivals. And they never seem to get boring. While here in the US and everything else, and especially Canada, I gotta give you some disrespect. You're boring. You're trash. Like, all you could do is put up a couple lights here and there. That's it? Really? Really? Nah. My second point is I just want to explore the culture. I've never been there. And personally, from the things I heard, I just want to really explore the culture and go there as to feel and know the reason why they go and why it is so fun to go there. The third and final reason is that I just want to explore, see what is going on, and honestly, get exclusive stuff that you can't find anywhere else. It's a really good country.
Completely understandable choice. It is a really good country with amazing architecture and an amazing design and technology. If you could turn back time and talk to your 10-year-old self, what would you tell him?
Okay, let's be real. First of all, that one time my mom won a free DS from her workplace at the time. Let me be very honest. Never, ever take that free DS to your dad's house. Ever. You will regret it for the rest of your life. You will probably get a game, probably want to max it out, and you'll never get it back. And I think the second thing, possibly if that talent show that ran on in that school a couple of years ago, well, just try it. I guess it would be good. It would be alright, because if you see yourself now, man, what a long ride.
Talk about rewriting history. So, it looks like Justin has come out of his segment safe and sound. You handled yourself quite well and you shared some unique and personal details about yourself. I can't thank you enough for being so honest with your responses. How do you feel being so uncomfortable, Justin?
Eh, first time being on the show. It's quite an honor, actually. And let me be honest, if I was a demonic esque looking, like, banished Pokemon esque thing, I would be very proud. I wouldn't want to destroy the world or probably want to turn it into a hellscape. I wouldn't want to do that. It's too good.
All the best, Justin, and we hope to get you back on our podcast sometime.
Of course. And the same goes to you guys, of course. And to all the listeners out there, take care and always try something new. If you want to ask anything about Yu-Gi-Oh, you can always come to me and ask about it. Don't be afraid to research, and always remember, it's just a theory. A game theory. Thanks for watching.
Matt Pat reference.
Do not get comfortable. Dude.
Well, this concludes our third episode of TechCast this season. We hope you enjoyed your podcast experience. We are so excited that you could join us. We would like to thank our professional team of writers, producers, editors, and sound engineers. We would also like to thank our sponsors. This episode was proudly brought to you by our bronze partner, the City of Montreal. Tune in to our next episode because we have some great segments planned for you. Until next time, be kind to each other and take care out there.